They're climbing, they're jumping, they're doing this, they're swinging, they're twirling, they're jumping from this wall to that wall to this. Like, it's like an
It's like
obstacle course.
parkour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
it. Anywhere we go in life is a parkour course. Welcome back to Keep It Good. I'm your host, Carly.
And I'm your host, Emily.
How you doing, Em?
I'm good. I'm having a good morning.
Yeah.
There was no fighting going off to school today with the girls. So
That's a
that
plus.
was, no yelling, screaming at each other, me yelling at them. So life was good. I had a good morning. How about you? How's your morning?
Well, somebody farted in yoga this morning.
No.
Yeah, and it wasn't me. So, I mean, my day, I can't complain. That other girl, my heart goes out too,
Poor
because
thing.
I don't know if I could recover from that. That was loud and proud, and it was. I felt so bad, but at the same time, I was not fazed because I'm just surrounded by farts. I feel like they just follow me now that I'm a boy mom. I'm just surrounded by like a fart bubble always. Am I manifesting it?
No.
Being a boy mom. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have farty kids?
I would say no. I mean, they do, obviously, but I don't think it's like boys.
Yeah, I feel like girls hide it and boys are like, who can be louder? Who can be
Right.
stinkier? Sometimes I wish I was a girl mom, I
Yeah.
swear.
Well, you know what's funny is because sometimes I don't think that they, uh, they don't have good manners all the time, but, randomly I'll just hear like, and excuse me. And I'm like, oh, what happened? I just burped. Like, okay.
What?
Or, we call them toots. So, or they tooted, I didn't hear, so excuse me. I'm like, oh, that was really good manners. Okay. So definitely a little different maybe.
No, my littlest is like, oh, opening the oven.
Oh
Be
my.
you. Like, I mean, yeah, I live in a frat house. I swear to God, it's getting worse by the day, the older they get. And my
Yeah.
husband's no better. Like, he encourages it almost, He's like the ringleader. But I gotta say, my youngest, like, he cracks me up. The other day, he literally believes that mommy farts once a year. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to correct that, uh,
No.
idea. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, so when does this one day a year happen? He goes, well, it's coming up, Mom. It's like Mother's Day. So my time is coming. I
Your
got like,
time is coming.
my time is near. It's so funny.
They're so funny.
Yeah, I hope they go through life always believing that, no, my mom only farted once a year. It's right in
Or maybe
the
they'll just think that about girls, and that's amazing. I love that. I love that for them and for us.
Yeah, right?
So funny. So there's so many differences,
Oh,
right? Like, because I have two girls, you have
yeah.
two boys.
Yeah, we're so alike, but we live in such different habitats. Really do.
True. You're stepping on Legos. I'm stepping on Barbie shoes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, kind of
I guess
similar.
that's kind of the same, but yeah.
I mean, I bet you get to enjoy like a clean toilet seat. I always have to check because, I mean, literally every day there's pee on the seat. I don't know what's wrong with their aim. I thought I taught them correctly. I mean,
Well, yeah, but you're a girl teaching them, right? I'm sure Steve helped, but
I got pretty, inventive with my teaching approach. I used the squirt gun and I had great aim, and they're lacking that ability.
yeah, no, we're good with the seat department. Maybe a little dribble, but yeah, we're good. Don't have to worry about that. That's definitely a
right.
difference
Well,
between us.
don't use my toilet unless I've thoroughly
You-
cleaned it. So bad. All right, so you're good with the pee
I
department.
am.
What about boogers? Have you ever found a booger collection, a wall, a sampling of sorts?
I I have nothing crazy, but I have, and I'm like, what is that? Yeah, we have plenty of tissues in the house, so I don't know what that is about, but that's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that like girls go through that too, but because I was like cleaning my kid's room and I'm like, what is this braille on the wall? Like what? like legit, what is this? And then it hit me and I was like, oh my God, why? Why are you so feral? Like,
What does
what
it
is,
come down to? Maybe they're just lazy and they have to blow their nose or like something's blocking it
well,
and
it's
they
like, no, but
go
it's like
for it.
right next to his bed. Like
Yeah.
he has a little bunk bed. So it's like a little nook and it was like all right there. It was like, dude, what are we thinking? Why?
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
don't remember ever doing that as a
I
child.
don't either.
No, they're just gross.
Yeah. Unless I just haven't found it.
Ugh.
Maybe. I feel like some of those things, and if they did do it, it's definitely more maybe like private. Like it wouldn't be a noticeable thing. They have a lot of don't look at me like while I do this.
Mm,
Like a little bit of embarrassment and just trying to be, you know, I don't know, proper. I don't,
that's a good thing
maybe, I don't know. A little bit different there for sure.
for sure. They, I don't know. They're just a whole different breed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like you grow up, right? Like boys have cooties and it's just different. I think that they tend to be a little, for lack of a better word, maybe it's a little bit grosser in certain ways, right? But I think, like I said, the girls probably are gross too. They just do it more privately.
I know. Like I don't know. I'm learning a lot raising two boys. I really
Well, especially
am.
being a girl, like your husband's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is normal, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Steve's like, well, no, I mean, that's what happens, like
Right.
a rough house, I'm always like, get off of that, get off of this. Like I, I've come a long way. I used to be like a very much helicopter mom, especially because, yeah, I work in the ER. So I see exactly what happens if that chair tips over and you land face first. So
Yeah.
I can predict what's going to happen, but I just let them go out and play. And they're like the Hardy Boys back there on an adventure. And they're like covered in mud and they got bugs and they got frogs and they got all these things. And I'm like, what are they doing? And Steve's like, well, they're boys. That's exactly what they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Right. They
I'm like,
come in, they're muddy. Yeah.
"Mhm."
My kids are not like that. So even like they want to go outside and they're outside a lot, but definitely not bugs or God forbid there's a stink bug in the house or a spider or something. Like, no. Even playing in the snow, they'll play for a very little bit. It's like, oh, I'm cold. I'm time, it's time to come in. And I was like that. I remember being like that. And my mom being like, no, I'm locking the door. It took me so long to get you dressed. You're staying out there for a little bit. Here's another pair of gloves. So I feel like there's, definitely a little difference in that. My kids are not making mud pies.
Yeah, I was just like daydreaming about my childhood, and I actually have to say I was outside in the woods quite a bit. We lived across the street from the stream and this waterfall, and like me and my friend, we were outside all day, every day. But that
Yeah.
was like different times, you didn't have like this crazy world. You could be out there for hours and your parents had no idea where you were. You were just home by dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. We had more woods growing up than, we have at my house now. So there's not really, and I am still helicopterish. I'm like, there's ticks. Don't go, don't go over there. I'll get the ball. There might be poison ivy. Like it's totally different. And my kids don't roughhouse either. Like going back to that, they like will pick each other up. Maybe like, but it's not anything crazy. Like if they jump across the couch or like, their little table with little chairs, if they jump from that to the couch or something, I'm like, whoa, that's enough. You're gonna fall.
You're getting wild.
But I'm not used to it you know what I mean? That's the craziest it is. So
That's the calmest it is here.
right.
That's our baseline.
Yeah. I know when we're together, our other friends who have boys and stuff, and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, be careful, guys, be careful. I'm so worried about them. And the boy moms are like, what are we looking at? They're fine. I don't even.
What are we worried about?
Yeah.
Again?
What are we worried about? Emily, relax.
No, it's always roughhousing. But in the beginning, I was like, why are you doing this? I'd be just getting them all snuggly, cozy for bed. And then my husband comes in like WWE champion and he's doing this and flipping them. And I'm like, what are you doing? I literally just set the mood. We are all cozy, relaxed. And I read that that's actually good for them, boys,
I
to
love it.
roughhouse with their father, like
Yeah.
before bed and do all this stuff. And so I've lightened up a little bit, but still, I'm like, my husband's just so accident prone, not for himself, just like if he throws a ball, 99% of the time it's going to hit exactly in the forehead of one of my kids, like, or if he spins them around, my little one is guaranteed to get hurt. It's just
Yeah,
like,
he's gonna bang his leg on the wall or something.
yeah, like he's just accident prone. Like one of our first dates, he was trying to be all like, romantic and open the door for me and all these things. He slammed my hand in the freaking door. Like my
gosh, yeah.
fingers were popping out of the car.
So you're like, don't do this before bed. I don't want to go to the hospital tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
all
like, I'm
set.
off tonight. I am off tonight and I'm not going in. So if you want to do
Yeah.
this, you can sit in the waiting room. No,
Too
it's not
funny.
happening.
What about like
So-
craft? Like my kids will sit and they love crafts and, coloring and Play-Doh and making keychains. Whatever kind of kit I can find, they're into it. Usually involves a lot of glitter. It's usually very messy or dusty with pigment of some sort. Your kids are kind of crafty, so they'll sit and do stuff like that sometimes.
They will sit for a little bit. And then towards the end, they're like rushing through their painting. And, it turns from what was a masterpiece is now like a pile of just mixed colors. Depends on, I guess, what we're working on. My son will sit for hours and do Legos when we let him. Loves Legos. But no, they typically are like on from one thing to the next to the next. I mean, I started that little art burn in the back and I've dedicated like an hour a day in the summer to just be like, let's get creative. Let's make a collage. Let's do this. Let's paint some rocks. Like,
Right.
whatever. So they've gotten used to like giving me an hour. So just like, that's my time,
Yeah, we have our moments, but my kids will sit for hours. Like dolls or Barbies, we're still at that age where they're playing with that stuff. And they play school. And for the most part, when they're doing something like that, they're playing great together. And I think we do have fights, I think because they're the same sex.
Oh.
But in the same breath, they also have a built-in friend.
It's very much a love-hate relationship, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I had just one brother and we played together for sure, but it was more like outside, like common things. Like if I wanted to play school, he wasn't going to sit there and listen to me read him books.
Mm-hmm. I had to depend on friends because I have a brother and a sister, but they were way older than me. Like my sister's 8 years older than me. So we shared a room and it was like, on my side, it was like 101 Dalmatians, Little Mermaid. On her side, it was like New Kids on the Block, Marky Mark, So we were in two different worlds. She was not playing Barbies with me. So I was always across the street at my friend's house. She was my built-in sister,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they fight. Nothing's ever fair enough or, it's just always a competition
Yeah.
with the two of them. And my little one doesn't realize that his brother's 2 years older than him. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes he can stay up later or he can talk on the phone with his little friends, like
Yeah.
you can't always do exactly what your brother's doing all the time.
Yes, we have that too. Definitely. Definitely. They want to be like their older sibling. And yeah, it's the same. Like you're 5 and she's 8. And there's a difference. When she was 5, she didn't get to do that. But yeah, my little one wants to wear whatever her sister's wearing. Oh, she's wearing black pants. I want to wear black pants. Well, what's she wearing to the party? My older daughter's like, I don't want her to look like me anymore. I don't want, it was one thing. Like I could dress them the same for holidays or different things. They thought it was cool. And now we're getting out of that for sure.
Yeah, she's finding her own identity. And I was the little sister, so I get that,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I wanted to be everything my sister was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's common though.
Yeah.
Like to want to be like your older sibling. But the jealousy, we definitely have that. You spend more time with her, you're snuggling with her more. We try to do like games or Uno cards or something like that before bed to give them a little time because we have activities and whatnot after school just to give them a little time. And sometimes separately, like my husband will do something with one and I'll do something with another, and then we switch. Or
Yeah, that's
especially if they don't want to do the same thing, which is totally fine. We don't have to do the same game or something, but
yeah.
I think it's important, because then I'm like, well, nope, see, you both got 30 minutes or 20 minutes each, before bed. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of
And
that for sure.
we started last year kind of, I mean, we haven't done it in a while, which we probably should, is I would take one son out for breakfast and my husband would take the other one out to a different restaurant, and you just get like one-on-one time.
Yeah.
And that's really what they're fighting for, is just that undivided attention.
Right.
And once they get it, their love cup is filled and everyone's happy and you can move on with the day.
Yeah.
I got to get back into that. It's a good reminder to
That's
myself.
a really good idea.
What else do you have it good with?
I mean,
Body odor? Do you have body odor yet? I mean, you do,
Um,
but
I got it. No. Not really. I would say no, but I mean, she just turned 8, so I'm sure it's coming.
yeah,
Like, we don't, really have stinky feet or anything like that yet either.
I got stinky feet.
Yeah.
I got stinky. Not me. The boy. The boys have stinky feet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. Like my oldest one just started getting body odor,
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's coming
and
for sure.
yeah, I bought him deodorant and like trying to teach him all the things about it. And so like my husband, when he sweats, he smells like metal. It's weird. He like has this metallic body odor. And my little one, the littlest guy, he gets the same kind of smell when he sweats, like metal. I inherited my dad's body odor. Lucky me.
So what is that?
We call it Randy Zandy. It's at least that's what Steve calls it. Yeah, and like my dad lost his sense of smell.
Yeah.
So he has no idea the gift that he gives the world
Oh, no.
with this body odor. And I was lucky enough to inherit that. And now my oldest son smells like me. So I have passed down that family curse of this body odor that's just like, whoa. I mean, I take care of it. I mean, I don't think anyone
I was
has
like,
ever...
I've never smelled you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has been lucky enough except for my husband. And he will call me out real quick. Thank God. Like, I don't think I could date anyone ever if anything were to happen. Like, I would just be single forever. Because the other thing that I inherited my dad's smell. And I mean, I would just be killing it as a guy,
Why?
Because I feel like if I didn't take care of like my leg hairs, or
You'd be hairy.
I wouldn't be tall, dark, and handsome. I'd be small, dark, and handsome. But I would be like a stallion. And that's what my oldest son is. He's going to be a knockout.
But he's going to have some real good all-natural deodorant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But, you can't win them all, right? I
Jeez.
take care of it.
Yeah.
You would never know.
No.
Thank
never
God
smelled ya.
we don't live in the cave ages, because I would probably be confused for a man. It is what it is. But maybe that's why I was supposed to be a boy mom. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. You understand his body odor.
Yeah. And I'm going to help him through this time in his life.
What a good mom. What a good mom.
Yeah. I got to change his sheets. So I'm sitting in his room right now and I'm like, what is that?
Well,
What
he's going to be 10 this year. So,
He's ahead of his time.
yeah. So
He
this
is.
is funny because this has turned into like girl mom versus boy mom.
Yeah.
I'm finding like
Well,
we're just off
yeah.
like a little bit. It's not too crazy.
Yeah, so far it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to play with Barbies and all those. I have Legos and action figures. Same with movies. Like, you get all the good stuff.
I do get some fun movies.
Yeah, you get The Little Mermaid and like Beauty and the Beast, and I get Venom and Avengers, and it's like I really have to talk myself into being interested in these movies. You know, if I have
Yeah.
any common ground with my boys, I got to really like Venom.
Like, my husband is like you, right? Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
want to play dolls or
Yeah, that's
watch.
true. So like a guy's perspective would be totally different than a mom's.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Like, yeah. Like, Steve's like, oh, yeah, this is great. Yeah, we win 3-1. We're watching Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely outnumbered and outvoted over here where you got your tribe over there.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, obviously the things they like right now are different from your boys. Like my kids, they want all things girly. They want lip gloss and to have their hair done and pretty pink things and everything's glitter and rainbows and
Oh yeah, I left your house the other day and I look like I left the strip club. It's covered in glitter.
that is so true. I was like, just don't sit there. Let me dust that off. There's a little bit of glitter from the slime.
How is it getting ready in the morning? Do you have to put in a lot of time and effort, like getting their hair done and like?
It depends. You'd think that my kids, because they do like all that stuff, they would want their hair done in something cool, especially because I can do it. Like I could do any kind of braid, any, whatever they wanted. And a lot of times, like, can I just have a low ponytail? I'm like, ew. Why? I mean, I love a good low ponytail too, but probably because I wear my hair up like that so much that they're like, oh, that's just what you do. But yeah, it depends. Honestly, a lot of times it's the clothing. And some nights we'll pick out clothes beforehand, mainly for my older daughter because she leaves first. But that tends to be our problem in the morning. It's more like clothes.
Well, that sounds girl.
Because like, oh, this doesn't match this, or I want to wear these shoes, but I can't because I have gym, or, you know. So I already see what middle school and high school will look like for sure. And they wear each other's stuff. Like my little one, obviously, her sister's stuff is a little bit big, but she can get away with some of the things, Today she tried to put on my older daughter's pants, and I was like, oh, honey, you can't. They're far too long. You cannot do that. And sometimes it would be a fight, and she didn't. Okay. So that was good. We had a really good morning. So
Well, that's good.
the mornings are, yeah. But the other day, my older daughter was trying to wear she got some makeup for her birthday from a friend, and she was trying to put some on for school. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. You're 8. That's for play or like your dance competitions. You don't wear it to second grade.
That's hilarious. And it was picture day, right?
Oy, oy, oy. It was picture day, and I think that's why. And she was telling me she didn't have it on, but she did. She looked like she got punched in her right cheek with blush. So I was like, please send a message to the teacher that we didn't slap her before we sent her on the bus.
Can you clip me off one of those pictures? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, it was great.
How are they with hygiene? Are they good with like showers, brushing teeth, all the things?
Yeah,
changing underwear.
Yeah, they're totally good with the underwear thing. We do baths every night. I'm a little crazy about that. So I feel like they're hygiene that they're so used to it, and they should be used to brushing their teeth, but that's our biggest fight. And I'm pretty raw about it. I'm like, you are going to lose all your teeth, and we're going to have to put in wooden teeth. So that's going to be really hard and not a good conversation starter.
Not a good look either.
Not a good look. And, my little one is a little bit better right now, but maybe that will change. But, it's always like, did you brush your teeth yet? Did you brush your teeth? Go upstairs, go brush your teeth. We've tried like doing the toothbrushes on our first floor off the kitchen so they can brush their teeth down there. Maybe that's better, but
I know, you try all the things.
Oh my God.
Lately, I've been playing their favorite songs while they're in the shower. So it's like fun. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah. And just they have like a moment to themselves,
Yeah.
So we've been listening to a lot of Elton John.
I love it. Are they good about taking baths and all that?
We haven't done a bath in a very long time, but they're good.
Please.
Showers, they're good. We have a problem with like, we'll get home from school and say we're not, showering that day. And I'm just like, all right, go up and change. Like, for some reason, they're really connected to their socks and their underwear. Like, they don't change. And I'm like, I'm doing a body check. Like, show me your underwear. I want new underwear,
I want freshies on.
Yeah, please. And with all the farts, like, no, you need a new pair of underwear.
Yeah.
But they're always like potty talk, I feel.
Yeah.
Like anything. It could just be like, it sounds like fart and they
Right.
start giggling. Rhymes with,
Right.
yes. And
Okay.
it's hysterical. And, you know,
I mean, it is funny. Even just like the girl who farted in yoga. Like, that's funny. I giggled. You can't help it.
I don't know how she recovered from that. I don't think I'd ever show my face again. I'd be devastated and be like, well, crap. Now I have to find a whole new yoga
I'll
situation.
be practicing at home now.
Yeah, the poor thing.
Aw.
Oh, yikes. But I mean, I only fart once a year, so I don't know what that's like.
It's really difficult when you only do it that one time.
Yeah, no. Nope, nope, nope. How about like, can your girls just go from the door to the car?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yes, they can. But getting them to the door is my problem. It's like selective hearing, and I'll
Yeah.
ask them. Our big problem, I feel like, is just getting their shoes on. Like, I'll
Oh.
ask 4 or 5 times. It's the same thing getting them, dressed or pajamas. Like, it's time. You have this amount of time left. Can you please get your whatever on? And they're like, Mom, why are you yelling? I'm like, because I've asked you 4 or 5 times. No, you didn't. You just asked us. Like, what? No.
Gentle parenting works for like gentle kids. And I'm gentle for like the 4th time asking, and then I turn into Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like,
Yeah,
it's
same.
bad.
I have like a voice that I do, and my husband's like, that voice is terrible. Like, I hate that voice. I try to make it really mean and like aggressive. Like, this means now, but yeah.
It's funny. Like, your kids are this, like, they're like your pride and joy, but then they turn you into something you don't even recognize. There's no one in this world who can get me angrier than my 2 little boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like, maybe it's because like you made them and they're a part of you, and you're just like, why are you hurting me? Why don't you listen? No, but to the door to the car, totally fine. Usually bickering on our way there, but my problem would be getting them to the door.
I can get them to the door after I use my mom voice.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it's like, it could be the simplest task. And they have to find the hardest route to get there. They're climbing, they're jumping, they're doing this, they're swinging, they're twirling, they're jumping from this wall to that wall to this. Like, it's like
It's like parkour.
yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
it. Anywhere we go in life is a parkour course. The grocery store,
Yeah.
anywhere. On our way to church, like, it's like, I'm like, get it together, and I'm like, we are not jumping around in church. Yeah, it's like, why? I don't know. Just walk.
Right.
Can we just walk like a human being, please?
They just had to get their wigglies out.
Oh, they got so
Lots of
many
wigglies,
wigglies.
yeah.
They're endless pit of wiggles.
Yeah.
But it's cute.
Yeah,
I
of
mean, one
course.
day.
Now talking about it, it's cute, but in the moment, it's like,
I know.
I want to die. I'm so mad at you.
The one thing that drives me absolutely insane, which I don't think will ever be cute, is like the weird like, they're just
Like
everything's
a
a
constant
joke.
giggle.
Yeah, constant joking around, constant like, oh, mom's mad. Let's see, like, it's just it never ends. And I'm like, Steve, I swear to God. And he's like, it's just it's a guy thing. Like, you just joke around, da 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 da. And I'm like, I can't listen to the snickers. And it's just like, oh my God. If they're not grumpy old men, they're Beavis and Butthead. It's like it's one thing or another,
They play their character well.
Yeah. I mean, they're either bickering over things that neither one of them really know the truth of, like 2 senile men in a nursing home, or they're in cahoots and they're trying to drive their mama mad.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same. I say to them sometimes, I wish I could film you so you can see that you're upset over, I don't know, I can't even think of anything right now, but like,
yeah, because it's just so stupid.
It's so silly. And you would laugh, you would giggle at what you're hearing yourself say, Someday I will film them. I have to, because it would make me laugh too, maybe, and make it lighter for me. But at the moment, it doesn't feel light.
I know. at the moment, I have to like count to 100 before I
This sounds
respond.
so similar though. We're doing like it's the same thing. I feel like there's
Yeah,
not
it is.
much boy mom versus girl mom here as
I
much as I thought
know.
there would be.
Yeah, not as much. I thought we would be on totally different planes,
Me
but
too.
I think one where I would actually be thankful that I have boys is lice. I have not
Ooh.
experienced lice in this
Mm.
house, but I imagine that if we did, I mean, I could easily shave their head where you have a full-time job that you have to deal with.
Yeah, and we just had lice and it was horrible. The girls had it and it was not fun. Not fun at all. And of course, even if you cut their hair shorter, like it's still on the scalp, you know? And it's crazy.
Yeah.
In my whole career, I have never seen it in almost 20 years on anybody's child or a client or anything like that. It's not been in the salon, but so my first experience to physically see it on my daughter's hair was shocking.
Mhm.
Just shocking. But yeah, that's not really the most fun. It definitely tends, you know, in some more research, it definitely tends to happen to girls because their hair's long.
Oh yeah, it's long. They're
So
like more snuggly, like you
yeah,
know,
they're
they
brushing it. They're, you know,
yeah,
they might share an elastic or a headband or a hat or,
yeah.
you know, winter, the earmuffs or whatever. And yeah, touch someone's head, you know, at dance. It runs rampant like through dance studios, gymnastics.
Yeah.
Girly.
I'll take boys
Mhm.
any day over lice. Oh
Yeah,
my
that one's a tough
God.
one. But it happens to a lot of people.
I know. It happened to me when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
I definitely got it from some sleepover.
Well, that
you
yeah,
know?
right. Sleepovers, yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
So yeah, you would
no.
just shave their heads and give them 2
Oh,
months.
absolutely. I'd be like, nope, we're playing military today. And
Yeah.
we are.
Line
we are.
up.
Yep.
Or shaving the head off.
Yep. Who's going first?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So, I mean, after discussing our mutual habitats, we pretty much, I mean, mine's a little stinkier, maybe a little stickier, and definitely a little bit more aggressive,
Yeah.
but
Right. Mine's a little calmer.
cleaner. Well, you got the glitter.
Yeah. They like to craft. So we definitely have some sticky areas. But it's really not that different.
No, I think kids are kids. And
Mhm.
I think, we're just trying our best to figure it out every single day because it's as soon as you think you have something down, it's like, oh, okay, we're on to this
Yep.
stage, you
Yep.
know?
Absolutely. I remember someone telling me that, one of our good friends, just like after you've mastered that phase, it's a new phase. So don't get comfy because you're going to be learning something else.
Yeah,
It's true.
don't get too comfy with your calmness and your
Mhm.
cleanliness
I
because those
know.
stinky feet are gonna come.
They're coming. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. For sure. We wear deodorant just in case, kind of at this point. But sometimes she's a little stinky. You know, it happens. We're getting there.
Hopefully she doesn't inherit her dad's BO, you know? If she needs someone to talk to, I'm
I know.
always here to help.
He's not really stinky, so she'll be lucky. Hopefully she does, honestly. So, okay, with that being said, let's leave you with a quote about parenting. Okay. It is unknown. I do not know who wrote this, but it says, being a parent can be tough, but just remember that in your child's eyes, nobody does it better than you.
I love that.
Yeah, right? Because some days it's hard, but they love you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you them, obviously.
And I think you are definitely meant to be your kid's parent, regardless if it's, if you're a boy mom, girl mom, or you have one of each, or you have 3 of each. However, those children were meant to be in your life.
Yes.
For a reason.
Agreed.
That's all for today. I hope you guys survive this week with your kids or just life in general. And as always, keep it good.